Brakati Hawa, Brakati Abashai, Bahashir Kudash. I also want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone Ruel. Peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. As a high spirit, we in Judah. All right, today I want to go into a topic within this live stream entitled Seduction into New Age Satanism. All right, Sodom all over again. All right, seduction into New Age Satanism. All right, Sodom all over again. All right, quoting the scripture, all right, Revelation 11 and 8, the city that is spiritually, all right, Sodom and Egypt. All right, now, what is that mystery city? All right, what is that mystery city that is spiritually Sodom and Egypt? Well, let's break down what Sodom is and let's break down what Egypt is. All right, what was Sodom? What was Sodom known for? All right, Sodom was known for what? Homosexuality. All right, homosexuality. Okay, as a matter of fact, the word sodomy or sodomize comes from one of those cities, Sodom, all right, which basically goes into uh, anal sex, man. If I could say that. And Shabbat Shalom to you, Akim and you Akwathim. Akwath. All right? But Sodom goes to that anal sex. Mainly by what? Two men. All right, and of course you have other debaucherous acts, but that was the main thing. That Mo lifestyle. All right? And what has happened with our people started from the 60s and it really has accelerated the last 15, 20 years, all right, is that we've been seduced into the new age Satanism. And ultimately that engendered um, the reincarnation of Sodom and Gomorrah. So going back to the breakdown of Revelation, the 11th chapter and the 8th verse, I think there's 11th chapter and the 8th verse, where it says is the city that is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. What was the lifestyle of the Sodomites? It was the lifestyle that you have now in the Western world, man, mainly America. What is the mother of harlots? All right, now what does it mean to be a harlot spiritually? All right, to to deviate, all right, from your traditional way, to go a whoring from your traditional way. So America is spiritually a harlot that persuaded the other countries who are personified as women to go a whoring from the ways of their forefathers, from their traditional ways. Okay, so the city that is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. All right, what do you have in America? Gay pride, pride parades. All right, you have all type of advertisings that influence parents, all right, that influence parents, all right, to accept their child's new age lifestyle, all right. Now it says in Ecclesiastes, all right, there's no new thing under the sun, all right. There's no new thing under the sun, all right. And thing also goes into what? A lifestyle or a way of thinking. So this lifestyle and this way of thinking that you see in America, it's no new thing, okay? And our people, all right, are being seduced into not only accepting that way, but embracing that way. All right, as it says in the scriptures, all right, the righteous are more excellent than his neighbor, but the way of the wicked seduces him. What is the way of the wicked? It's the lifestyle. Who's the wicked? Esau, the so-called white man. Starting with those small hats, because those small hats, they disguise themselves. Um, they disguise themselves as being sons of Shem or Shemites. All right, they disguise themselves as being the Jews per se, right? I'm being careful with my words, all right. Which, but ultimately, all right, their religion doesn't go back to the Bible, all right. It goes back to Babylon, all right. It goes back to that sex magic, man, all right. The Talmud. And I'm thinking about something that the Kabbalah. All right, that's what they really practice because that's active Satanism. That's actually uh, Satanism that's effective. All right, it's actually real. Okay, and that's what they use to run the world, man. And their lifestyle and those rituals that they practice is all homosexuality, man. Okay, and it consists of pedophilia. All right, but they guise themselves and they disguise themselves as being the sons of God, so to speak, the chosen. Okay, So what they're doing, they're using mass influence through the media, through implants that are celebrities, all right, through movie directors, all right, to create a script that deviating from Yahweh Bashma Shai, deviating from the old ways is a form of being progressive. And our women fall for it, and even the men fall for it, and the children definitely fall for it. And the ways of old are just that, they're regressive, they're the old ways. All right. That's hence the title for the live stream: Seduction into the New Age, Seduction into New Age Satanism, man. All right. And like yesterday was Halloween, right? So many shows and so many movies popped up on Netflix dealing with Halloween, and they used to say things like ghost and like or you know, they had like little fairy tale names. Like a lot of these cartoons, they straight up have characters who are demons, and the demons have like personalities, and you start to like the character in the movie, but they just make Satanism normal, make Satanism great again. That's the American philosophy, man. Okay, so our people are caught up in that. The 2/3 of our people, and we were once caught up in that. All right, the anti Yahweh lifestyle, the anti Hamashiach lifestyle. But we got pulled out of that pursuant to First Peter's 4. Okay, but going back to Revelations 11, the city that is spiritually Sodom, right? Sodom, going back to Sodom and Gomorrah. All right, the lifestyle in Sodom and Gomorrah. All right, the characteristics and behavior is reflective of that of Sodom and Gomorrah. But then it says Egypt. Now, what is Egypt in Exodus 20? It's the house of bondage, also the house of slavery. So the spiritually that is morally decadent like Sodom and Gomorrah, but historically like the city of Egypt. All right, or the country of Egypt. All right, the country of Egypt, which is where we went into slavery, man. All right. So that's why America is coded as the city that is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. All right, and 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 it's heavy enchantment on our people. It's heavy enchantment on our people. All right, all right. As it says in Isaiah, they declare their sin as Sodom, they hide it not. All right, because Sodom showing you what that there was more pride back then. What does it mean they declare their sin as Sodom? And it answers that they hide it not. So everything was out in the open, showing you that now we're in that time. Now we're in that time. Do I have any active brothers that got access to the scriptures? All right, because if brothers can, because I'm on my lunch break. All right, if brothers can, you know, they could put some scriptures on there like Isaiah. I want to say, don't let me lie to you. It might have been Isaiah 8, but it might not be. But it says they declare their sin to Sodom, they hide it not. And there's another scripture, and it's a pretty long chapter with that description. Wisdom of Solomon 14. It tells you the behavior of mankind on the planet Earth before the flood. And one of the things they said was the changing of kind. So they were changing their genders back then, but now it's more technically advanced. Okay, no new thing under the sun. All right, even being accepting. There we go, brother. The water. Even being accepting of two women doing that. That's against Yahweh Bashma side. If a brother could get Romans 1 around the 26th verse 121 through 26, something like that, while I get this brother scripture. All right, this is GMS finished the mission. Also, the brother Maz Nayim, servant of the Lamb, has that scripture. It says the show of their countenance doth witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom. They hide it not. Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves. Showing you that there's always a reward for your actions, good or evil. And the Most High judged the whole 5 cities for their actions, man, because it was an abomination on earth. All right, whether you're an Israelite or not, the Most High will judge your nation. All right, because there's a way you have to move on the earth. If everybody's after their Mo lifestyle, everybody's gonna eventually kill. They're gonna die off because they're not reproducing each other. And then the Most High have already put plagues in a body when you have that lifestyle. In Jackson, Mississippi, 4 out of 10 Mo sexual men, Israelite most sexual men, so-called black most sexual men have HIV. In Jackson, Mississippi, 4 out of 10 happy black men, all right, have HIV, all right, because of the exposure to blood pathogens through that type of sex, man. All right, 4 out of 10. So that's basically half of happy so-called black men in Jackson, Mississippi have HIV. All right, and the water, brother, Romans, and this is from Quran 144, Romans 121, because that when they knew the Most High, they glorified Him not as Yahweh, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened. And this happened first, all right, before the flood, all right, brother got, and let me see, brother has heart was darkened. All right, I'm going to get Romans 1:25. It says, who changed the truth of Yahweh into a lie and worship and serve the creature more than the creator, who is blessed forever to wow. Amen. Romans 1:26. For this cause, they said they worship and serve the creature more than the creator. That was the beginning of idolatry. All right. Yes, when they even before the flood, after we left Egypt, all right, we all came together and worship idols that was made from the elements of the world, man, elements of the planet Earth, as opposed to Yahweh. All right. Romans 1:26. For this cause Yahweh gave them up unto vile affections. For even the women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. Nature. I read that again. For even the women did change the natural use, which is being heterosexual, which is being feminine, being submissive, being natural, being nourishing, being delicate, all right, being tender. All right, that's your natural use. All right, being a helpmeet, that's your natural use. It says even the women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. So what's against nature? You getting your tubes tied before you even have offspring, all right? Birth control, all right? Abortion, all right? Lesbianism, all right? Or you delaying your nature as a mother for some career, all right? You know, that's against nature. Being a feminist, having masculine energy, that's against nature. You know, Romans 1:27. And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burn in their lust one toward another, men with men working that which is unseemly, and receiving in themselves that recompense of their error which was meet. Like I said, in Jackson, Mississippi, 4 out of 10 happy so-called black men have HIV. All right. Romans 1:28. And even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, the Most High gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient. Okay? Let's go. All right, this is 1 John 5:19. So the Most High gave you over to those demons and those spirits because the judgment was going to ensue right afterwards. And we know that we are of Yahweh and the whole world lieth in wickedness. All right? Jude 1:7. Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication, which is adultery, and going after strange flesh, which is homosexuality. And tell me we not in the city that's spiritually Sodom, because I can't even say those words, man. We got to get code words like mo, all right? Are set forth as an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire. And what's that eternal fire? All right? Ultimately, it's the missiles. And back then, all right, it was the sulfur from the elements of from the elements, all right, basically like stones, because like a brother broke down beautifully, the Most High was stone a city like he stoned a human, like how you stone a human. So America's gonna get stoned by missiles, okay? But the Sodom and Gomorrah, they went after strange flesh. What strange flesh? The same gender. Laying down with the same gender. That's strange. All right? Going after somebody that's underage, like a pedophile. That's strange. A child. 7, 8, 9. Child. You know? Boy or girl. They haven't, the girl, the woman, the girl haven't reached the flower for age. All right? And the boy, well, that's strange flesh. All right? Fall in love with your animals like you literally in a relationship with your animals. Strange fuck effing flesh. All right? St. John 4:24. Wait a minute. I skipped Wisdom of Solomon 14:22. Moreover, this was not enough for them that they err in knowledge of Yahweh, but whereas they lived in the great war of ignorance, those so great plagues called a peace. So that lifestyle that they live, there was peace to them. Because the agenda of the new age is that everybody can live in harmony with all these different pronouns and alphabets, man. All right? This utopian, which is really a dystopian society. All right? Wisdom of Solomon. Dang, brothers rolling, man. All right? Let me see. Wisdom of Solomon 14:23. For while they slew their sons in sacrifices, now we have abortions. All right? Abortion clinics. All right? It says, or used secret ceremonies or made revelings of strange rites. All right? They kept neither lives nor marriages any longer undefiled. Adultery, man. Got all these apps for infidelity, blindside, work husbands. Okay? And these niggas out here, man, they always scoping a woman. And these bitches out here, they always doing some sneaky shit, man. All right? It says they kept neither lives nor marriages any longer undefiled. Either one slew another traitorously or grieved him by adultery. Now, what's the two main topics in nigga rap? I murder you and I F your wife. All right? I kill you and I smash your wife. All right? Death to these niggas, man. All right? Wisdom of Solomon 14:25. So there reign in all men without exception blood, manslaughter, theft, dissimulation, corruption, unfaithfulness, tumults, perjury, disquieting of good men, forgetfulness of good turns, defiling of souls, changing of kind. With transformers, disorder in marriages. Women want to be on top. Women's liberation. Come on. All right. Adultery, shameless uncleanliness. All right. For the worshiping of idols not to be named is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil. And Christianity is the worship of idols. All right. Being a liberal, that's a lifestyle that's going back into idolatry. All right. Or is this a lifestyle it creates fornication? Right? Because it's a lifestyle that's deviating from the Most High. Okay. Let me see. All right, and I'm skip to Wisdom of Solomon 14:30, and it's almost time for me to wrap it up because I got to go back in. All right, Wisdom of Solomon 14:30, and the water for the participation. Howbeit for both causes shall they be justly punished, but because they thought not well of Yahweh, giving heed unto idols, and also unjustly swore in deceit, despising holiness. Leviticus 18:23. Neither shalt thou lie with any beast to defile thyself therewith, neither shall any woman, let me see. Neither shall any woman stand before a beast to lie down thereunto, it is confusion. All right? Proverbs 16:25. There is a way that seemeth right unto man. There is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. All right? And now closes out. It says, Psalms 5:4, for thou art not a power that have pleasure in wickedness, neither shall evil dwell with thee. I'm going to get this last scripture since we at it. Sirach 15:13, Yahweh hated all abominations, and they that fear Yahweh love it not. Hey, so with that, I hope you brothers and sisters were edified. You know, this is a live stream while on the job, all right? Doing the works while we on the job, you know. But with that, I hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Till the next time, shalom.